Divine messages from Spirit. Happy Friday. I hope you all are enjoying this post full moon Friday energy. It's been an intense week. Technically, the moon started waning in Taurus yesterday, since the peak of the full moon was at 6:30 a.m. yesterday. So if you saw the moon last night and it was still huge, if you still see the moon this morning, it has in fact moved into the sign of Taurus, which is all about stability and creating a more really following your dream, like following your ambitious drive, having a little bit more of an ambitious drive to materialize your desires, to materialize your manifestations. Now, I know you're seeing this setup, and it's a whole different kind of setup where I'm trying to figure out how to get this new mic and camera set. So you're kind of seeing a different angle here. I hope you don't mind. We will get it figured out to where it is perfect, but Spirit said don't let that stop you or discourage you to still share the message. So if you need to rotate your camera or however, the most important thing is that you can hear me okay, and let's just keep on going at that. But, this full moon in Aries was all about being able to stand in your truth and your authentic self, understanding who it is that I am, right? You ask yourself that, who am I? I am, and then redefining all that you are, all who you are. It's not, you are not your materials, you are not your ego, you are not your house, you're not your job, you're not your spouse, you're not your parents. You are not the environment or a victim to this circumstance of your environment. You are a child of God. You are a divine soul being. You are a beautiful, magnificent co-creator who manifested yourself into this life so that you could have a very specific purpose on this world. So that's important for you to know. And I hope you do know that. I hope you really do. And if you don't know, now you know. Okay? So this full moon was very, very beautiful in that sense. Really asking yourself, what kind of cycles do I want to repeat for this next lunar trip around the sun? And I guess I say around the sun, but this next lunar cycle around the zodiacs, the chart, because I guess it takes more, it's more so, you guys know what I'm saying, but all I'm saying is that from Aries being the first of the zodiac to the next time we have the full moon in Aries, that will be about a year from now. But we do obviously have the new moon in Aries next in 6 months, and the last time the moon was in Aries, we had the first we had that solar eclipse on April 8th this year. So it's like there's a lot. And then where were you in the last 18 months, which is standard cycles that we go through as well, and that was April of 2023. So some practices that I did, and if you feel called to do them too, you absolutely can. But I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter to myself, to my past self. And then I wrote a letter to my past completely. My past self of who I was 18 months ago, of April of 2023. Now for me, that was my birthday. And, looking back at who I was 18 months ago on my last birthday, and then who I was this 6 months ago on this past birthday, and, where I'm going, and how proud of this journey I am, and releasing the things that I'm not anymore. And look at this, beautiful. The Ace of Wands coming out from Spirit. Yeah. because we're on a brand new journey. Spirit has cleansed and cleared the energy for us to thrive in our highest being. Oh, beautiful. And we have the moon card that just flipped over. So yeah, anytime that we're in the lunar cycles, I swear the moon cards always come out. For the Tea+Tarot Tuesday episode this week, the moon card came out in the Divine Feminine. Now Spirit's here to say, I have cleansed the energy and given you a fresh, clean slate with that Ace of Wands that we just saw. So that now you can move into this brand new, not even chapter. You are writing a whole new book. Who you once were, the life you once had, will never be the same. It will be unrecognizable to you. So open your hands, receive the intuition. Your moon is also about your emotional and your psychological and your intuitive and your psychic status. Ace of Wands wanted to stay at the bottom. Yeah, exactly. Because this moon, this full moon in Aries was about moving, clearing the energy, clearing the path, and trusting divine to do so. Trusting that all paths will always lead you back home. I keep hearing that term, that line. All paths will always lead you back home. So maybe that's what this message is about for today, this energy check-in. Spirit has cleansed and cleared your path so that now you can follow your intuition into a healing. You are healing, beloved. You are healing. Thank you. And Lemuria came out and said, have loving compassion for yourself right now as you are healing. Number 16 might be a significant number for some, or it reduces down to 7. Sorry, I always see Tony hairs whenever I'm doing this. Oh my God. Because, look, you are healing, so have loving compassion for the new blueprints that are awakening within you. I love this. Number 38 reduces to 11. 3 or 8 might be a significant number for some. Reducing to 11 of ascension. Those are those wands, right? Those 2 wands, thy rod and thy staff, will come for you. Have loving compassion for yourself. Be impeccable with your word. Release. No, this doesn't say release. This says realize the power of your word. Interesting that I wanted to say release, though. Release the power of your word. And also realize the power of your word. Wow. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from who? From divine, from God, from Spirit, from the Holy Spirit, from the whatever name you want to call it. So realize that power and release that power to God, to Spirit, so that it can be cleansed and cleared and moved. Have loving compassion for this brand new blueprint on your life. I love this. I always think of B.O.B. and Taylor Swift's song, Both of Us, and he says, I'd make a new blueprint, then build it from the ground up. But if it's all for one and one for all, then maybe one day we all could ball. Do it one time for the underdogs. Sincerely yours, one of y'all. And seek to know the truth. Be impeccable with your word again. So today we are really wanting to focus. Spirit wants us to focus on our word. Our word, how powerful our word is. Can we speak loving compassion to people, into ourselves, into this journey, into how we are manifesting, into our future? So I'm even hearing, if you do decide that you want to be called to, it's never too late to do a full moon ritual. I know you might think, well, not when it's the new moon, but it's not too late if it's a couple of days after, right? Or if it's a day after, because technically the shadow energies are very strong a few days before and a few days post. And that still allows you to reflect, because especially beforehand, all the energies are coming up. You don't even know what to do with yourself. Like, especially this one, you were probably going all sorts of crazy, like having all sorts of, you know, emotions. You may have been fighting with people. You may have been confused. You may have not been, having this battle and conflict within yourself. You may have been not understanding why you're irritated. Aries is ruled by Eris, right? Ruled by Mars, a divine, a masculine energy of passion and war, if it's crossed or threatened. And reevaluating the sense of who you are, reevaluating your blueprints of your life's journey, of your life's purpose, can be threatening to the ego and threatening to to other people's ego. And so you want to have loving compassion for this time. And as you're recognizing, now you're kind of out of that like intensity of the peak of the energy. Now you can reflect. Now you can send a letter. You see the journal here of these 3 white doves of purity, purification, of hope. With this journal that has a heart on it. And I love the little face with the plant, right? Like, you're planting seeds with your words. You're creating a whole new life when you plant seeds, right? And so seeking to know the truth, I'm hearing journal what you have been going through this week, and journal and write a letter to your past self, to yourself, to what you have just encountered, to the relationships that you want to shift, to the boundaries that you want to set. And to the future that you want to manifest. Who are you becoming? Write a letter to that person. Write a letter to the future. You don't have to know exactly what to say. You could just say, I'm confused. I'm confused, you could say, if that's what you're feeling, because that came out. But I was going to say excited. So maybe you're feeling confused and excited, but just know that you can make a difference. Tell yourself this today. You can make a difference. And look, your voice matters. Look at that. That's why there's so much about our word today. Listening to our word. Because you can make a difference with your word. Because your voice matters. If you made some tough decisions this week, some rash decisions, my neighbors, if you made some, if you had to make some really, really hard decisions, just know that it mattered. If you feel like what you desire to bring into this world is unheard, is undervalued, is unappreciated, just know that your voice is needed in this world. Your story matters, your voice matters, what you care about matters, maybe some of you are speakers or singers, but there's a lot of throat chakra energy I'm feeling with this. So if you're clearing your energy of your throat, your ears, nose, mouth, that's all in that throat chakra. Maybe you have to get some dental work done. I know my cat and I had to go and get some dental work done. He's at the dentist right now. I just had some surgery work, or not surgery, but some procedure work done yesterday, actually on the full moon day, and And I was going to do a full moon reading, and I was like, I'm still in a little bit of pain. I'm not going to, I don't need to overwork my throat chakra here. So maybe you're feeling sensitive about some things that you want to speak on that's stuck in your throat chakra that you need to clear. But you can do that by journaling it out. Writing a letter to the person that you want to speak to. Writing a letter to the place that you want to speak to. If you're ready to leave your job, write a letter to them. You don't have to give them the letter, but writing a letter to them gives your voice. It gives your voice a voice. So that's what I'm hearing from all of this. This is really beautiful, powerful energy. Following your intuition during this new moon, you had some big awakening. Spirit cleared out a lot of confusion and a lot of paths out of your way. It may not have felt good at first, but that's why you need to have loving compassion for yourself, because you are on to brand new beginnings, new blueprints. So remember how powerful your word is. Be impeccable with it. Create a movement, because you can make a difference, because your voice does matter. Really beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. That's a beautiful, beautiful message. I hope this resonates. If it did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, Princess Leah 888. You can even hit that notification bell if you feel called and you want to know whenever I'm going live or doing any of my energy check-ins or Tea+Tarot episodes. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can email me for a Tea+Tarot soul session. You'll also receive a 1 ounce handcrafted loose leaf tea from my FemRems apothecary. And my email is in the description box below, femrems811@gmail.com. You can also find me on my social media on TikTok or Instagram at Princess Leah 888. And you can message me there as well. And until next time, my beautiful beloveds, I hope this message helped. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.